Hi guys, it's Brenda, posting another video for Planty Pants. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I post all things planty. And please do subscribe, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment. I could use all the help I can get. So this week is a little bit of an impromptu video. I wasn't going to do one because my son is in town that I've mentioned a few times on my video. And we got to thinking about, I was watching old videos, and I've had plants, I think I told you, since I was in my 20s and 30s, and a lot of my plants are still around, even though they may not be the exact same plants, they're the exact kind of plant. So we have some stories, and I'm going to share that with you today, and maybe give you some tips about what's going to be coming up with videos that I'm going to be showing you. So, without any further waiting, this is my son, Bruce. Those of you who know him,
hello everybody.
EXO Contralto, if you're into audio bass, he's the man.
Yeah, so proud to see my mom doing some YouTube channels, so just seeing her in her own element, it's really cool to see. So I'm excited to check out a couple plants today, especially since I have a couple stories from my childhood, since they're her plants.
Yeah, so the first plant I'm going to show you today, and we're going to talk about, another thing I mentioned a few times in my videos, is that I have like 500 plants. I don't have any animals because a lot of my plants are toxic, and I just don't even want to risk it, having an animal just in case they got into it and I wasn't aware. That would just break my heart if they got sick or something. So having said that, I'm going to show you
Having said the word toxic, mind you,
I'm going to show you this Dieffenbachia, which I am going to be cutting back.
There she is.
Pretty quick, and the reason why is because, see these big, beautiful, healthy leaves? She was putting out some nice leaves, and now she's putting out some smaller ones.
They still look nice though.
They do look nice still, but if you look, you can see that I cut these back already once. So I think what I'm going to do is start anew and cut them here and grow roots from the base so that they won't have this, because that's kind of ugly. However, this is a Dieffenbachia, also known as a dumb cane, and the reason why it's known as a dumb cane is that when you cut it, the syrup, the plant juices that are in the stem part are very, very toxic.
Very toxic. Well, how toxic though?
Very toxic. You don't want to put it in your mouth because it will make your tongue swell. It's dangerous. It's a toxic plant. Definitely don't want to have with animals.
Oh boy.
So I had one of these when Bruce, who is now,
I remember this really well, mind you. Really
how
well.
old were you?
I don't know.
He
Old
was
enough to
probably,
remember.
He was probably 3.
I remember
he was
3.
talking.
That's not that bad. Huh?
Yeah, I had cut one back, and unbeknownst to me, and I had animals back then,
I was too curious for my own
first
good.
of all, it was a much bigger plant, so it was like this big of a stalk. He saw that it was cut off, and he put his little fingernail in there, and he scratched it because it was.
I dug into it with just, under the fingernail so much that I was getting meat inside my fingernail, kind of messing around with it.
I didn't know that he
Just
had done
dig
it. So he came up to me, and he was really panicking because his fingers started feeling weird.
No, sincerely. They started to get white dots on him, remember?
It was very upsetting. He
Itchy
started getting an
little white
allergic
dots.
reaction on his finger, and he started to cry because it scared him. He knew it wasn't normal, and I didn't know what he did until I said, I really wasn't aware what was going on.
But you were smart enough.
So once he
made the
said,
connection.
he mentioned a plant, so I thought about it, and he showed me what he did, and he did take a pretty good divot out of there, and thank God he didn't put it in his mouth, but it's still, he had an allergic reaction on his finger. So, having said that, these are dangerous plants around
And
kids even.
how long did it last, would you say? Like 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, not long.
Yeah, so.
I called the poison control center just because I was concerned, but they're like, if it's on his finger, it's going to be fine. And so, of course, we washed it off and all of that, but it was kind of a scary thing. So, I do still have a Dieffenbachia.
It's
I
not
am
as
gonna
big.
be-
The other one was big and stocky.
It was
This
huge.
so
I
you
had a
get-
big floor one.
So these get how thick do they get?
Well, look at that. Look how thick this one
That's
is.
got to be an inch or so.
Yeah.
3/4? Yeah.
That's almost an inch.
Yeah, this
An
one
inch
was
thick.
about this big.
So, yeah, it was big. So, so anyways, yeah, so I do love Dieffenbachias. They're gorgeous. They're super easy to take care of. they like kind of like bright indirect light, and I would say it would be a good beginner's plant. Plus, look how beautiful the leaves are.
So you got
I
it
mean,
in a good spot.
I got it in a good spot. See how pretty? I have a different kind in the other room, a camouflage day from
They
Batia.
feel so satisfyingly oily.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Well, I just watched this one and put neem oil on it. So, anyway,
Cremder.
I made her look pretty. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this plant soon. So there's that.
Yeah, I've always had a soft spot for those, even though they did me wrong.
And then, yeah. And then when Bruce was about,
I think it was like 19.
yeah, he was a man, a young man, not 18 or 19 years old. He bought me this plant.
Old enough to want to do something nice for my mother.
That's right. Brought me this beautiful variegated Schefflera, also known as an umbrella
It's
tree.
big. Look at it.
It's huge.
Look at this.
So this is braided. I don't know if you
Oh
can
man,
see.
I wish you could point it down.
I'm gonna point it down so you can see it's braided. It was beautiful, but it was very small when he got it. You know, he got it at a big box store.
It was like Home. I guarantee it was Home Depot.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
I want to say it was like $40 or $50 brand new.
yeah. So, but what happened is, like within a year or so after I got it, it got scale. And I don't know if you've ever dealt with scale, but scale is really hard to get rid of. It's upsetting. It's ugly. It's gross. They're little hard bodies.
Does it
It's
happen
nasty.
everywhere or locale?
It had it pretty bad. It had it in a lot of places. So what I did was, because I didn't want to get rid of the plant because Bruce gave it to me, I took it outside for the summer. It was much smaller, much more compact. I took it outside for the summer and just left it. I sprayed it a few times with neem oil, and I'm like, you know what? It's either gonna sink or swim. And thank God, 3 months outside, somehow the scale went away. I was treating it with neem oil, but nothing seemed to really help. But I think just being outside, I don't know, maybe scale doesn't like outside. I have no idea. I'm in Maine, but I got rid of it somehow. So I still have this beautiful,
I'm glad you
beautiful
do, man.
Schefflera. I know.
It's nice, man.
And it grows really, really well in here. what's not to love about these
And
leaves?
it's
Look how
nothing
pretty
toxic
they are.
about something like this at all, right?
I don't really know.
Hmm.
I'm not really sure. This might be toxic. A lot of plants are toxic. I mean, seriously, if you check out the toxicity of your plants, I bet you most of them are, to some degree.
Just to ward off things.
Yeah, exactly. Pests.
Yeah.
So,
And
happy ending.
You said you were going to do something to this little stalk here?
I was thinking about cutting this one off.
Doing some more pruning?
Yeah. See how there used to be three
Trifecta?
three branches. One of them died. I lost one of them. It had scale really bad, so I had to cut it off. So I just I want to keep the braid, so I just I kind of left the stem, the tree part.
You mentioned it kind of helps it stay up,
I
though.
think so. Well, it helps. Yeah, it's going to help the braid.
Hell yeah.
So I'm leaving that, but
Well, she's beautiful, Ma, and she's
Thank
getting
you.
bushy, too.
thank you, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah. So beautiful Schefflera, variegated Schefflera umbrella tree. Easy to propagate. All you have to do is cut a piece off. You can cut this piece off right here, or you could
Just
air
plant
layer,
it.
which means you just put a little notch in the stem, put some sphagnum moss around it, wrap it with cellophane, and tape it shut. And you'll get some nice roots, and then you cut below where it's rooting, and you have another whole plant. So,
I love how you can just spawn. Just like,
yep, really easy to grow. Really easy to grow. So, so this video is going to be short. Something else I wanted to mention is that videos coming up. I'm going to be doing a video showing you of how I make my soil. I've talked about it a lot, and I've done a lot of research, and I just want my plants to have the best soil, to start with the best nutrients in their soil that they can, so they can survive, because they're coming from the tropics. I'm bringing them into my home in Maine. They've been shipped. They've been sitting around in
kind of
warehouses.
shell-shocked.
They've been mishandled, I'm sure. So I want them to have the best start in my home, because that's fair. I love my plants.
You do love your plants, and I've always known you to be that person that has hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see you now, still
Some of
doing
the
the
videos-
same thing.
That video when this is really funny, I'll tell you the story real quick. The video that we watched where I was back then, I want to say I was like 30, so 30 to
About my
30
age.
years ago.
My age.
I was going around my house saying, oh, look at this plant, look at this plant. This is before YouTube, you guys. Just saying. MTV just started back then. look at this and look at this. And somebody said, hey, we should start our own TV show and talk about
plants and this and
talk
that.
about plants. So anyways, I thought it was kind of funny because that's sort of what I'm doing
It's
now.
like
but
literally what you're doing right now.
I know. So I'm going to be showing
proud
you
of
how
you.
I make my my soil mixture, and then I'm also going to be doing a video. Some of my Hoyas are really getting long and kind of unruly, so I'm going to be doing a video on putting them on trellises, if you want to call it that. I'm not too crazy about the heart ones, but
Valentine's Day, come on.
I guess when you have a plant around it, it doesn't look so hokey. But so I got 8 of these. If you're interested, I'll put the link. I got them on Amazon. A really good deal for these. I'll put the link in. So Hoyas love to climb, and if you can wrap them around here, it looks much more nice. I mean, some of my Hoyas,
Yes,
you've
yeah.
seen them, are unruly. So I'm gonna be doing that. So yeah, that's. Oh, and I'm also gonna be doing making moss poles. I'm so excited about
Man, I
that.
wish I was around for more of this.
I know. So I'm waiting for some moss that I ordered. Haven't gotten it yet, large amounts, because it's expensive here in Maine. I don't know, just orchid moss. I don't know how much it is in other parts of the country, but it's not cheap and it's hard to find right now. Home Depot and Lowe's keeps running out. So I got it online. So I'm going to be making moss poles for my philodendrons and different climbing plants. So something else to look
You're
forward
so cute.
to. So thank you so much for being part of this video,
Yeah, we just wanted to come on and say, because I have a YouTube channel, so I know what it's like. So to see her, it just tickles me pink. To she loves it, and I'd love to see her successful. So this is great, Mom.
yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Take care of yourselves, and God bless. Hold on.
What? Are you gonna put in a
God
slice in a
bless.
thing?
Ready?
Are you gonna put that in, Ma?